I wrote this as a short story back in 9th grade. Just Room 22 was like a 4-page short story. And then I thought over the summer, I was like, oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and turn this into a book, and this would make a nice book. I'll just add in a few more characters and a better plot, and I won't make it end the same. And it'll be good. And then as I was like halfway through it, I was just writing. I didn't know what I was going to write about until I was like halfway through the book, and I didn't decide what the end was going to be. So then of course I had to go back and change a few things, because I was like, okay, now I know how the ending is going to be. So I had the idea of the ending in my head, and then once I had the idea of the ending, I was like, if the second book picked up right where this one leaves off, that'd be perfect, and then I could make a third one and tie it into the series that I've always wanted to write. So that's what I did. So then I decided, it just progressed. It started from, oh, let me make this into a book and just put it on Wattpad, and like a couple of my friends can read it or something. And now it's being published. It's more fantasy, contemporary fantasy than anything else. Has a little bit of mystery, but it's not mystery enough to be classified as mystery. It's just it can be classified as a lot of things.
All right, so who's the main character in this book?
His name is Dylan.
Dylan. Can you tell me anything, like a little,
Yeah.
little spoiler?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about Dylan, the main character. It takes place in a mental hospital, and so he's a little crazy, obviously, but he's kind of the more sane ones out of the other people that are there. I won't give too much away, but it's kind of on the back cover. It said it's been 2 years since his mom died, and the reason he's in the mental hospital is because of that, because he kind of somehow accidentally killed his mom, and that's why he's in the mental hospital. No spoilers. I made it available for pre-order, so you can pre-order it right now, only on Kindle, but in a couple of weeks you'll be able to order it. I'm going to put it up on Smashwords. A lot of like self-publishing indie authors know about Smashwords, and it's really big, but most everyone doesn't. I didn't know about Smashwords until I started getting into publishing this. But through Smashwords, it'll be available on iBooks and Nook, and Kobo is like big around Japan or something, I don't know. But it'll be available on not just Kindle, so it'll be available for pre-order on all of the other ebook platforms too. And then it'll come out in print, and you can buy it through all of those different places. And we don't have a date yet, but we will have a book signing at Jasper Drugstore, and the book will be available like in print for $11.95 through Amazon, through CreateSpace. I'll buy a bunch of copies too, and you can buy them from me. I'll sell them at Jasper Drugstore 2 and Salon 84, which is where we are right now.
Yeah, and whose place is this?
This is my mother's Salon 84 in Jasper, Georgia.
So, but you told me too, you don't want to do this for a living necessarily. This is just a hobby.
Just the side thing. It's like, I like writing, and I wrote this book, and I just want people to read it. But it's a plus, I get money from it too, so it's like an additional bonus. Like, hey, you get to do what you like, and then you get to publish it, and everybody gets to read it, and then you also get to make a little money from it. So it's cool. I mean, I'll have to get another job. I don't expect to become a millionaire off of my one book. That will eventually be more books of the same quality. So if you don't like the first one, don't read the second one. It's a really short read, actually. My dad read it in like 2 or 3 hours. It's, I made the font size a little bit bigger, the line spacing a little bit bigger, and I got it at exactly 200 pages of content. But then with like the copyright page and all that other stuff, it's 206 pages. I did everything. I wrote the book, edited the book, formatted it for the interior and everything, formatted my chapters. I made the cover, Photoshop and everything. I made the description, made my own barcode to go on the back cover.
And so where did you learn all this great knowledge of yours?
through the Create Space forums.
Do you see this as a movie, a screenplay one day?
I know it's like movies, you like make more and it like gets out there more and everything, but I would much rather it be a TV series, you know, just one of those like 12 or 13 episode TV series where like all of the details can be put in it. And I already kind of like arranged a couple of chapters, like, because I was kind of thinking, you know, like, well, when you're writing something, you have to visualize it in your head. And so I was kind of visualizing like how this will happen. And I was like, you know, if this was a TV series, the end of this chapter, that would be the perfect episode ending, cliffhanger for the next episode. So, and I wrote this chapter by chapter. So a lot of like the cliffhangers, it doesn't pick right back up where the last one left off. So it's kind of cool. If you read other books in like the same genre, like young adult teen fiction, it's kind of on the same level as that. It's PG-13. Mom and Dad really want me to tell people that it is PG-13. It's not R, but it's not PG either. There are some cuss words in it because keep in mind it's a bunch of teenagers cooped up in a mental hospital with a bunch of crazy people. There's some stuff that goes down. There is, I won't give too much away about the book, but there is a little bit of an sex scene in it. But it's in between chapters. And people like, I've gotten this question asked me like 3 or 4 times. They're like, is there any sex in it? There better not be any sex. Yes, there is. But it's in between chapters. So it's like at the very end of the chapter, she like goes into his room and nothing happens. And then the next chapter is the morning and they're like waking up. So it's in between chapters, not gruesome, it's just mentioned. It's like hinted around a lot. You know, violence maybe it's kind of like a focal point of the book because, you know, he does, no spoilers, accidentally kill his mother. So, and the way he goes about this, and there's a possibility that he might accidentally kill other people that are not main characters. Don't be sad, but yes, violence is kind of a key aspect. It's the back, like the tagline of the book. You know how a lot of books have taglines like there can only be one, or like things like that. Mine is when I scream, people die. So that's kind of like a prelude to what the entire book is about. The powers, maybe a little bit, violence, yes, death, a lot. A lot of people die.
If like someone wanted to do their own book, what would you suggest to them?
Well, I went on to Create Space, which is Amazon's subsidiary, and it's like their Amazon self-publishing company service. Kind of start from the beginning.
Okay.
I went on there, and you just kind of put in all of your information, like your tax and payment information, all that boring stuff. And then you can go and you just start a new title. You put in all your information about the book. You add in the description and the title as a part of a series. Who's the author and all the contributors like you would on anything else. And then all you do is you upload your interior file, and then you upload your cover file. It has to be PDF, and I was having trouble with that. You have to convert everything to PDF for Amazon. And so you just upload the interior and then the cover, and then you just choose when you want it to be published and everything, and that's about it.
So they don't review it or anything? There's no process for them?
All they do is review your files just to make sure that they're not gonna be running off the page or anything like that. That's all they do. They don't edit your book or read it or anything.
So is there cost to do that, or they just make money then off of your?
They just make 1% off of it.
That's nice, so no risk, really.
Some self-publishing companies, you like pay them and then they'll edit it and make their cover and everything. And then others, like Amazon's, it's free to do, but then they take 1% from your book. You don't get like charged or anything until the day it comes out on the 23rd. Okay, right now I only have 14 pre-orders, but none of the pre-orders register until the 23rd. So when it comes out on the 23rd, it'll look like 14 people just bought your book in that one day. So the more people that pre-order, the more books it looks like have been bought on that one day, the day that it comes out, and it'll bump me up to the bestseller list. So I'll just get bumped higher and higher up the list, so more people would notice it.
Yes.
The more people that pre-order, the more people that'll notice my book when it comes out.
What's your favorite book?
That's a hard one because I like all of them, and all of them that are kind of like the same genre as the book that I wrote, I love them all. The series that I'm reading is Shatter Me by Talia Mafi. One of my favorite book series. It's like I think a 6-book long series by Michael Grant, and it's Not Gone Girl. Every time I'm trying to tell people about this, they're like, oh yeah, I've heard that. That's a movie, and I'm like, mm-mm. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Jackson Leake. Pre-order my book on Amazon. Room 22.